It is so hard for you to get a job without being interviewed. And that time always brings tension to a lot of people. Yes, all people who have gone for interviews, you know how hard it can be when you're not well prepared for that interview. So today I want us to look at the tips. Let's look at the tips for a successful interview. Yes. Number one, keep time. Punctuality is key. If your letter says we expect the interview to start at 8, be there by 7 so that you sit down, you breathe in and out, you revise your resume, you ask yourself questions and you answer them inside you prepare yourself in and out so that by the time you're called into that interview room, hey, you've given yourself enough time because you kept time in the first place. Number two, research about the company. It is so important for you to research about the company where you're going to be interviewed, where you need that job. Some people, let me give an example. You want to get a job. Let me give an example. In Reham, we all know that Reham is a beverage company. But you find that someone knows Reham is a company, but all they know is they sell sodas. So you haven't even taken time to know all their products on market, but you're going for their interview. What do you expect? Yeah? What if they ask you, give us name 5 products that we have on market? You researching about the company shows this person interviewing you that you're really grounded about the company and you're really interested to join them. So it is so important. It is so important for you to research about the company before you enter that interview room. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself. The other thing is, be polite with everyone. Be polite with everyone. Sometimes you find some bosses can be tricky in a way. They may disguise themselves just to see your character. Maybe when he is looking at someone's character more than even their resume. He finds you somewhere, he asks you something and you're arrogant just because you're smart. You came for the interview. Hey, you enter the interview room and he's the one interviewing you. Do you expect to pass? So when you go for any interview, be polite with everyone, the cleaners, the receptionist, everyone there. Even your competitors, the one that came for the interview as well. Be polite with them. The other thing is, emphasize your strengths. Emphasize your selling points. We all know that we have weaknesses and we have strengths. So you should be in position to talk positively about yourself. Remember, there is this question that's always asked. If we don't give you a job, what shall we miss? Or if we give you a job, what qualities differ you from the other candidates? So you must be well grounded to explain yourself, to talk about your strengths. What are those selling points you have? You could be someone who is good at customer care. You could be someone who is good at conflict resolving. You could be someone who is good at team management. You could be someone who is good at working without supervision. So you should be in position to talk positively about yourself. Yes, because if you don't sell yourself out there, who is going to do it for you, my dear? No one. The other thing is, be fully prepared with the commonly asked questions. Yes, There are some commonly asked questions. Every interviewer, there are some questions. You can even go on internet. Most of the times we have these phones and we put data on, but we do not know the things that can help us in life. We don't research about them. So go on the internet, ask Google, what are those commonly asked questions that they can ask me during an interview? Answer them by yourself. Answer them by yourself. They may ask you a tricky, actually they can even ask you a tricky question like, why do you want to leave your company? You'll be like, they're not paying me well. Hey, you've already failed an interview. Because you're not supposed to talk negatively about the company where you're working. That shows them that when you leave, you will talk about them as well. So you should, how should I call it? You should prepare yourself well with the right words to answer when asked. Remember, like I already said, words are like bullet. Once out, you can't call them back. And you don't want to be misjudged. The other thing is, be ready to answer any kind of question. Some interviewers can be tricky. They can go ahead and ask you about your home. Then, if you're not a sensitive person, if you're not mature, if you're not prepared enough in mind, you could be like, but that's none of, inside you can be, but that's none of his business. But it's his business. Yes, it's his business. Because now he's the boss and you're the one he needs. And maybe he could ask just to know. Maybe they're looking for a manager. And he wants to know, what kind of father are you? Just in case you're a father at home. Are you a good father? Because we know fathers are leaders at home. You're the head. So you should not take any question for granted. Don't take any question for granted and don't be like, why would he ask this? Or why would she ask this? Isn't he or she going too personal? There is no going too personal with an interview. Yes, you should be in position to answer any kind of question asked. The other thing is, carry your resume with you. Carry your resume with you. You may find yourself in a situation where this person interviewing you can't find your papers. They are looking, they can't find them, but you're already there standing. So save yourself the embarrassment. Carry your resume with you, just in case you see he's looking and he might be looking for your resume. Hand it. That shows him that you're even more prepared and you know what you want. Don't just sit back and be like, they have my resume already, so I don't need to carry anything on me. You should show them you're more prepared than any other candidate out there waiting in the queue. The other thing is, your body language matters a lot. Your body language matters a lot. Don't stand there in the interview room and you're looking down, you're checking your finger, they're asking you a question, you're checking your nails, you're like, they're asking you about your academic papers, you're checking your hands, someone has already known this person maybe has fake papers. How come they're not confident talking about them? So your body language matters a lot. So be careful how you use it so that you're not misjudged. The other thing is, if given an opportunity to ask a question, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask, but be careful what you ask. When you're given an opportunity to ask the person interviewing you a question, you can ask something like, If you are given an opportunity to describe the candidate you're looking for, may I know what exactly you're looking for? Here, you're already stealing exams. You're getting an opportunity of them telling you what exactly they are looking for in a candidate. But if you take it personal and you ask stupid things, you're already pissing them off and they have the final say. You're already failing. So don't put yourself in a position of failure, even before you leave the room. The second last one is be positive. Yeah, be positive and open-minded as well. Be positive when you go for the interview. Remember, no one would want a negative person can always be told, can always be seen. The way they answer questions, the way their body language. So be a positive person and you don't have to, be easy. Breathe in and out. Relax and be positive that everything will be well. Yes. Be positive that everything will be well. Remember when it's a lot of tension around the room, that can make you even feel the things you obviously know. They can ask you something, but because you're already panicking, you fail to answer well. So be positive, stay calm, relax, and trust that everything will be well. Everything will work in your favor. Don't forget to thank the panel. Don't forget that person, just in case it's one person interviewing you, don't forget to thank them for the opportunity they gave you. Yes, it's a lot of people out there and some may not be interviewed. So don't forget to thank them. It shows you have manners. You have manners. Yeah, thank them for the opportunity they've given you. And before you leave, thank them, then leave. Otherwise, with all that said, leave everything to God. Do the right thing and let God do the rest. Those were the tips for a successful interview here on the Wisdom Kids. Thank you for watching. Hit that bell. Anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified because I'm sure you subscribed. Have a beautiful day.